if you're a Google Pixel owner, you have something to be excited about. Android 14 right around the corner, and it should be here very, very soon. Now, I thought it might drop today. I also thought that the security patch and all that might drop today as well, but it didn't. So maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, who knows? Cross our fingers. But there's something to take confidence in, it's not going to roll out with the Pixel 8. And how do I know that? Well, I was looking at some articles, and OnePlus has guaranteed that the Android 14 update for them will start rolling out at the end of September. So if OnePlus is going to have it by the end of September, then I think that's a pretty good sign that Google Pixel owners will get it very, very soon. So I think they're going to combine it. I really do. We're supposed to get the September quarterly feature drop because the last one was in June, so July, August, September, and there's precedence for this. They've done it before where instead of dropping the feature update, they just go ahead and drop the new version of Android, which I guess that's kind of like the ultimate feature drop, right? So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, it could drop tomorrow, and that would be great. I don't think it will, but we'll see. And then everybody can get it for their phones and all that great stuff. So I don't think we're going to get a September feature drop for Android 13 and then like a week or two later get Android 14. So my thought process is either they're just going to drop Android 14 like tomorrow, or it might be a week or two and then they'll just drop all of it. And when you take a look at the previous quarterly feature drops, I think pretty much all of them have been late for quite a while now. And then the ones that were mostly on time had other issues like features not being available to people. So it's kind of a wait and see game. But I also want to talk about what phones are actually eligible. So of course, if you have a Pixel Fold, that's an eligible phone. Now, Google supports their phones for up to 3 years of operating system updates, 5 years of security patches. So the last 3 years, that's Pixel 7, Pixel 6, Pixel 5, and then the 4a 5G comes in under the wire because it also came out in 2020. So all of those phones should be getting Android 14. And then you'll have all the great new features and stuff. But this is actually interesting. This is going to be the very last Android update for Pixel phones using a Snapdragon processor. Google moved to the Tensor with the Pixel 6, so we'll be at 3 years next year. So when we get the Pixel 9, that'll be the Pixel 6, 7, 8, and then the 9. So yeah, the Pixel 6 will then be the first line of all the new Tensor-related stuff. So after next year, when Android 15 drops, there will no longer be any officially supported Google Pixel phones running a Snapdragon that will get the new version of Android. Now, they'll still get security patches. So you get 5 years of security patches. So like your Pixel 4a 5G and Pixel 5, those will still get security patches, but they will not get the operating system updates. So that's something to keep in mind, food for thought and things like that. So just a brief video here. Not a whole lot to discuss and talk about, but I did want to go ahead and let y'all know. Of course, obviously, it's not here today. There was speculation it would drop today because normally it drops on the first Monday of the month. The first Monday of the month was yesterday, which was Labor Day. So when that first Monday falls on a federal holiday or a national holiday, then they usually punt it to the next business day or sometimes even a Wednesday. It's dropped the day after, it's dropped on Wednesday. It's just kind of all over the place. It used to be like clockwork whenever Google was actually using the Snapdragon processors in their phones, but ever since the advent of the Pixel 6 and the Tensor lineup, they've gotten more and more inconsistent whenever it comes to software updates and things like that. So it's really hard to try and predict this stuff. I pretty much gave up. I feel like I'm one of those people on like the 900 numbers where you're giving out like horoscope advice and stuff and telling your future. I don't know. I hope it shows up tomorrow. I thought it was going to show up today. This video is actually getting published later today because I sat around all day waiting. Last month when it dropped, I gave up at like 2:30 in the afternoon because normally they release it at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time, which is 10 o'clock in the morning, West Coast time, Pacific Standard. And normally that's when it drops. So I was sitting there waiting till like 2:30. I'm like, well, screw this. It's not going to show up today. I'm going to take a nap. And then I woke up like an hour and a half later and ta-da, magically the security patch and everything dropped. So I don't know. I mean, they could drop it at 10 o'clock tonight for all I know. So I'm going to quit trying to predict this, but just a short little video. I had some thoughts on it and just to kind of reassure everybody, I had concerns that it was going to go to October. I was really starting to get worried that Android 14 was going to drop with the Pixel 8. And I think that's a recipe for disaster because that's what happened with the Pixel 6, and it was bad. Like, it was bad, bad. So I thought they kind of learned their lesson, especially since they pushed out Android 13 a few months early so quickly. So we should have gotten August, like we should have. But I think that they honestly punted it to September so they could check a box off that says we're giving you new features and drop the operating system at the same time. Because quite honestly, I think it's kind of lazy. But either way, we'll see what happens. I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll drop the security patch and quarterly feature drop tomorrow, and then we'll get Android 14 2 weeks later. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. I will keep my eye on it tomorrow and see if we actually get the Android 14 or quarterly feature drop. Who knows? It's the wild, wild west whenever it comes to Google and their updates nowadays. But rest assured, it should come this month. And like I said, I was looking at it, and OnePlus is already committed to dropping Android 14 at the end of the month. I believe it's like September the 25th. So if OnePlus drops Android 14 at the end of the month, then I think it's pretty safe to assume that Android 14 is pretty much imminent for the Google Pixel platform. And if it's not, if for some reason it gets pushed back even further than OnePlus, I think we can just call it game over for Google Pixel. I mean, if OnePlus beats them to the punch for Android 14, then I might go throw my Pixels in like a trash bin or something. I don't know. Anyway, so that's all I got in this video. Hopefully y'all had a wonderful extended holiday Labor Day weekend. Hopefully you got to spend some time with the family, rest, recuperate, re-energize, and re-engage for this week. And yeah, good luck for you Pixel owners. If you have any questions or comments, of course, please go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, if you like the Pixel stuff, you're in the right place. Hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.